Today I'm going to teach you how to do a cheat gainer. Disclaimer, I'm in no way, shape, or form responsible for any injuries you may incur while attempting to perform stunts demonstrated in this video. Now just like always, you gotta warm up. Make sure to get your hips and legs especially, because this move takes a lot of hamstrings and hips, so I don't want you pulling anything, okay? And I like to do some jumping too, just to get my jumpers all fired up and ready to go, you know? So real quick, I'll explain why it's called a cheat gainer. So a gainer is when you do a backflip moving forward. So you'd run and jump and go straight over your head like a backflip. But a cheat gainer, we call it cheat because you kind of cheat the going backward part by going diagonal and sideways over your shoulder. So that's why it's called a cheat gainer. So you probably noticed that in the cheat gainer, you jump off one leg while the other leg kicks around. So for me, I jump off my left leg while my right leg kicks. So right here I'm practicing the kick. So I kick in a sweeping motion, my right leg up towards my left shoulder. It crosses over the body diagonally. Next, I'm going to start adding more power to the kick and using the kick to turn my body 180 degrees. So I start facing toward the camera, I kick, and I end facing away from the camera. You can keep slowly adding more and more power to it. You'll see now, when I kick, I'm doing a full 360 spin. All the way around. Now once you can easily do the 360 spin, we're going to start incorporating a jump into it. So as you can see, I'm taking my steps and jumping and spinning 180 degrees. So we still do the kick. The kick is what gives me the rotation. And then I jump with my left leg and kick up with my right leg. And so not only do I get the height from jumping off my left leg, but I also get the drive upwards from my kicking leg. Moving on from here, we're going to need a little more power. So I'm going to show you how to properly step into it. So we're going to take 3 steps. If you jump off your left leg, you're going to say left, right, left, and jump off that last left step. So left, right, left. And now we're going to do a full 360 jump spin. And if you have any experience jumping, whether it be dunking, high jump, long jump, anything like that, we take what we call a penultimate step for the last step. So you can see my last 2 steps, they're not all even steps. It's not step, step, step. It's step, 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 step. And so that's going to help you get a better jump out of it. So here I'll compare the approach to some different jumping. So in long jump, my second to last step is a short chop step, and I sink down, and then I go up with my last step. And that's called the penultimate step. And it's actually so similar to high jump. You even run in the same J shape. So now we're going to do essentially the same thing, except we're going to land on the foot that we kick with. So in my case, my right foot. So jump up, spin, and land on that foot that you kick with. This is literally the cheat gainer, except I'm not going up and over my shoulder, I'm just going across my body. So now when you start going up and over the shoulder, it looks a little cooler. So I know it may look hard, but it's literally the same thing you were just doing, except you're kicking more upward now instead of across. There's actually a few different ways that you can do this, depending on how you want your flip to look. So I'll demonstrate here. If I go more horizontally, more across my body, it looks like this. But then if I go more upward, more over my shoulder, it looks more like this. So I think they both look cool, just depends what you want. Here's another demonstration of the different ways to do it. Now if you feel like you're not getting enough power from the 3 steps like I did before, you can try taking 5 steps like I'm doing here. Now the advantage of 5 steps is that you get more power and speed, and you can have a more forceful flip. But the disadvantage is that it puts a lot more strain on your ankle, so if you have weak ankles I'd recommend sticking to 3 steps. Once you get comfortable and you feel like you have the hang of the cheat gainer, you can try doing it with no steps, like I'm doing here. And honestly, once you do it with no steps, I feel like I'm a lot more consistent doing no steps. But it's hard to find the power to be able to get enough height to fully complete it. You can see I fall down here, and it's okay to fall. You're going to fall. I fell so many times filming this video actually. Just the best thing to do is not to fight it and let yourself go down easy, like this. Now I'll show you one of the reasons why I like the cheat gainer so much. I think it's one of the best and easiest tricks to put into anything to make it a cool combo. And it instantly just turns you into a Power Ranger or a ninja or something like that. So here's a few combos. I mean, I was just messing around, they're not really that thought out or good. But, you know, just have fun with it. Oh, 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 here. Oh no. Here. Pow, pow. Here. Oh. Here. Oh, oh. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions. Now get out there and start your ninja training with the cheat gainer.